Welcome, friends, to a new episode of Road to Class A chess analysis, game analysis, um, where we are documenting our journey from Class B to Class A. If you haven't watched my class Road to Class B series, please go check that out, where we went from Class C to Class B in 40 some odd games, something like that. Can't remember. But we are now on to round 4 of the Fall Swiss Tournament at the Waukesha Chess Club. I am playing Kevin Clandrud, one of our tournament directors at the club. So, what's really funny about this game is I played e4, and Kevin didn't know what to do. He's not been paying attention to what people have been playing. He hasn't had a chance to prep anybody or any stuff like that. He's had life situations going on, so really tough time for Kevin in his personal life. But he was kind of stumped. He didn't know what to do because he was expecting me to play 1e4 or c4. He was expecting in English. So he didn't know what to do. So he sat for a full 3 minutes before playing g6. And I played d4, and now he just didn't. He was like, oh, okay, so we're going to play something like this. And he decided to go for a modern defense type of situation. And these are all pretty normal moves. So I just went for the normal plan that you would go for. Castle queenside, and he played e6. And here is where I'm kind of a little bit out of my depth. I know it is a move, but I was not ready for it. It is a book move, but I don't know any of the theory after this, so I'm just going based on feel and what I think you should be playing at this point. And for me, I played h4, wanting to undermine his pawns and say, okay, well, if you want a castle kingside, I'm going to make you think about it. And he didn't do that. He played h5, and I played king to b1. Just kind of doing a waiting move before I commit any more pieces to do anything else. And he played queen to e7, indicating that he probably wants to castle queenside. And whoops, sorry about that. I played knight g e2, maybe coming into f4. Oh, I apologize. f4 or c3, c1, and then b3 or d3. And he castled queenside like I expected he would, and I thought, okay, well, knight to c1, knight h6, which to me I thought was a really funny move. Why you would do that was really weird. I thought that it would probably be better to come into f6, but not quite sure why. And I developed my last piece, bishop d3, and he played f6. So obviously he's made his intention clear. He wants to play knight to f7. I played queen to e2, wanting to bring my bishop into a6, and knight to f7. I bring my bishop into a6, and now he gives me a threat. I thought about just taking his bishop there, and I thought, well, both bishops are probably going to come off the board, and we'll be left with knights against knights. And that's kind of exactly what happened, only I did it in the other order. And I decided that I wanted to let him do it because I wanted my queen to be on e3. Because in this position, I didn't want to be the one to know what we were going to do with the pawns. I liked my pawn structure the way it was, and I wanted him to commit. And he did. He played g5, and I thought, okay, you can have that. I'm going to play queen to e2, and I have this idea of bringing my knight here and then coming for some sort of mate threat. Okay, he takes knight to b4. He plays knight to b8, stopping all of my nonsense, and I bring my queen in to knight to c4, or queen to c4. He plays a5, kicking my knight away, knight to d3, and he plays c6. And look at this crazy pawn structure. Like, this is nuts. I've never seen anything like this. I haven't certainly played against it. I don't know if you guys... Leave me a comment down below with any type of PGN or any type of weird pictures, pawn structure that you might have, or put it in my Discord or tweet it at me. I'd love to see what kind of weird pawn structures you guys have had. I played knight to f4, kind of going after. I thought about playing d5 here, and just kind of blowing up everything that's going on. But ultimately, I wanted to do more piece play because now I have a threat. You know, we have forks. He plays d5, and now he's committed to the middle, and I can claim that I don't have to worry about it. I did also consider taking here, but I thought that wasn't the best option. I thought, well, I want to keep the queens on the board, and if he takes, he's going to ruin his center, and I'm going to have a strong center by taking with my f-pawn. He didn't do that, so I ended up taking, hoping that he was going to take this way. C takes. But, you know, because then I can bring my knight in, and I think I'm doing really, really well. He didn't take that way. He let me take that way and get my rook my rook in to gain the file. He just let me have it, which to me I thought was really odd. And he was okay with that. And I was like, oh, okay. Fine. I got my pawn back, and he played rook to e8, and I brought my rook back to try to take care of the rooks in case he wants to do a trade. I didn't want to trade, but if he did, I was going to own the file. And he can't bring his queen in because, you know, I'm covering those squares, and I can eventually bring my rook in, or my knight in here. He plays knight to d6. I play rook takes e8, queen takes e8, and I play queen to d2. And I think this is one of the mistakes that I made during the game. What I saw was bringing my knight in and then going after his rook. And he brought his knight in, and I offered a queen trade. He denied, which I thought he would do. And then I could kick his knight, and he went back. I was hoping that he would come into a3, and I could potentially trap his knight, but he's too clever for that. So I'm looking to trade pieces at this point because now I'm thinking I'm doing really well, and his pieces are kind of behind, and I feel like I'm a lot more active. So now, I didn't want to show that, but you guys got to see it. I played this boss move, and what an awesome... I saw all of this. So he takes, I take, he takes, new variation. He didn't play this, but saw this. He moves here, saw this, take here, 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 and pick up this pawn, and I'm holding this pawn here. I saw all this, and I was really proud of this variation. I was like, oh man, this is so good. I'm up a pawn, and I'm going to march it down, and he's going to have so many problems. This is going to be great. I want to feel really, really good. And he didn't go for it, though. I saw it, and I thought this was really great. I felt really good, like I calculated really well. And we got to this point, and he played a different move, which is smart. He shouldn't have taken anyways. But I've gained a pawn. I'm up a pawn. So I feel really good. Played my knight back to f4. He played knight f8, and I get g4. And now I feel like I'm actually controlling the game quite a bit. And he's doing well. his pawn play is really, really good. And I'm struggling. Right now, I mean, I feel like I'm doing well, but I still have to break through. And I feel like he's not committing to anything. And I get a sense at this point where he's not really trying to win. He's hoping not to lose. This is the sense that I get. He's hoping for me to make a mistake so he can win. So now I feel as though my confidence is growing with this game. He plays b5. I think he's just trying to take some squares away, because really what I wanted to do is play knight to a4 and then maybe knight to c5 after he tries to kick it. He didn't do that. And he starts maneuvering over to the other side of the board. We do a little bit of knight maneuvering without taking any of them. And here's kind of the critical moment. I play queen to e3. And I think this is pretty much drawn at this point. He's going to go back to d7. And I'm just going to go back here, and we're going to try to play for this. And that was what was going to happen. That's what I thought. This was going to end in a draw, and probably going to potentially lose some points this tournament. And I thought, oh, well, you know, if we get a draw, okay, I lose a couple points and we're moving on, whatever. And he played king to f7, and I thought, oh no, I have an opportunity. Can you guys see the move? If you do see the move, pause the video, try to figure it out for yourself. Figure out where I went and how I played. There's a couple ways to go, but did you figure it out? I played queen to c3, because now we get this awesome pin. Or not pin, sorry, fork. And he played f5, queen takes c6, f takes g4. I attack his queen, protecting my knight. And I take his other pawn, queen d5, after his queen moves. King e7, queen e5 check, king d7, f takes g4. And now I'm protecting my knight. And now he plays knight ge4. And I thought, here's my chance. I'm up 2 pawns now. Actually, I'm up 3 pawns. And now is the time to simplify. And I see a queen trade, and I take it. And he locks down that side, and I've got 3 pawns, and he's going to have to figure out how to stop them all. So I start moving my knights back. He does kind of lock me into this position. I have to hang on to a2. I can't let it go. Maybe I can. Not quite sure, but I think overall I made the right plays here. Knight to c5. I'd like to put it on a4 and attack his knight. And he starts going after my pawn. I decide that I want to hang on to it by playing knight to d3 and then knight to f2. He moves his knight away, gives me a chance to break free. And he's gained a pawn, but now I'm up 3-on-1. And now I can maneuver my king closer to the g pawn, and king to e3, getting closer. He brings his knight in, going after a2, and this was a mistake. I think he was thinking he could just pick this up, and he gets this check. He's forced to trade, and now I'm getting simplifications happening, and I'm getting closer to winning. He has one more desperate attempt, knight to d6, and I play king to d4, so he can't really come in. He plays king f4, trying to come in, and I play king to c5, going after his knight. If he tries to trade off knights and gets my pawn, I'm going to race his pawn, and he's not going to be able to stop it. He can't really stop me from queening anything, so he resigned here. So round 4 is a win, and that gives me a 2.5 score again for the last tournament of the year, which ends up bringing my rating up to 1642. So we've gained, in our road to Class A, we've gained 42 points. So we went from 1600 to 1642. So 42 points, and our graph still looks like it's going straight up. So I'm excited. But from here on out, we're taking a break. But by the time you finally see this video, chances are I will already have been back to the club and started new games. And by the time you're seeing this, I probably have already got other games queued up. So it's, even though as I'm recording this, it is November 20th. By the time you see this video, this is 7 weeks ago, probably. We're already probably into maybe the new year by the time you see this. So I'm definitely behind in my content creation, but I'm probably caught up with what I've started with chess. So content creation is coming back. Thank you all for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing the next couple tournaments and games, and we'll see how well we do in the upcoming tournament year of 2024. I don't know exactly when this will be posted, so if it is 2024, Happy New Year to all of you. If it's not, I'm sure it's probably close. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I really do appreciate you guys sticking around and following my journey with me. Leave your comments down below, join my Discord, make sure to check out my blog. I'm really trying to write more and discuss chess and be more part of that type of community more than doing videos and stuff like that. I feel as though I like to write more, so do check that out. All the links are in my profiles. You know where to find the stuff. If you're having trouble finding any of that stuff, do join my Discord or leave me a message. I'm sure there's a way to get a hold of me. Leave a comment and I will make sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have such a great day.